Thought I'd make a video on this. I'm out here eating at a restaurant, Chinese restaurant, and having some soup. And it's hard to express the racism in a way that every single white supremacist is fighting for Ginger and fighting for Michael in a way that they make my life so miserable that is strictly focused on white supremacy. This white person is white at the magnitude of whatever faults that this person did and fooled me in has no credit. That you just go back to normal life. The women, the eye contact, the way that they're sitting in position is strictly focused on white supremacy. Even the Mexicans are scolding me. He married a Mexican woman. Ginger was with a Mexican guy. She's not racist. To the minute that I'm sitting down at a restaurant, I can't even finish getting a meal before they snatch the menu out of my hand, because they tell them this is how you're going to be treated like a spick walking into a restaurant. When I'm walking out of the libraries, the white women are always quick to say foul-mouthed shit to me. And it is so continuous of every single thing that these people are doing to me. That is Christian life, is Jesus Christ I'm eating at an Asian restaurant. They got a Buddha symbol behind me and a painting. Jesus Christ fixes everything. Oh, I just had some kid walk by and he goes like this. And it's like, remember what you see? Because see Christ, remember, letter C. And they do these things. And they shoot me with electronic devices. Every single person, you can sense the white supremacy that I don't even want to eat in this fucking city. It's so continuous that they'll get Mexican people around me that are already with the whites, right? They already got Chris Martinez, his dad is white, all this information. Yeah, I'm fine. And it's just strictly of this nature, thinking that maybe a black hair guy that's a white guy is the same thing. I can't express the amount of racism that it's everything that I do to getting people that look like Ken walking down, the street, and they'll stop by and just to declare their white supremacy. I cannot explain how unwelcoming it is anywhere. That even the Mexicans, when I go to a Mexican restaurant, Michael Rossiter raised his little boys. I absolutely have no jealousy or angry toward his son maybe becoming a DJ and one of the world's best finalists in the world and doing this as a profession. I have no anger against that. That these people walk by and you can just sense it. The way that I'm just an enemy everywhere I walk and eat. And then they beat me with these electronic devices. When people shout out certain things, it's very derogative. It's very direct at me. These are my white people that eat well, get treated well, while the spick comes in here that we know is diseased, and this is no celebrity status whatsoever. And one of the number one things that they do to me is they send transgenders only around me to follow me on buses and trains. But I can't express enough that when you're comparing me to Michael Rossiter and to Ken Cooper and to Kenneth, these are white supremacists. These people, they're white. I'm not. Okay, I'm not. And since I got infected by a Mexican I can't explain that when Patricia raped me, who was Mexican, that is such a discrimination of being Hispanic. In a way that you have to dispose of certain people because they're not going to be any good for the public eye and for what your own agenda is. So that what they'll do is they'll go, oh, okay, you see Michael's wife is a Mexican. She's a Latin, you see, we're just nice to them. And they come in through these stores, barging in. Like, you can sense it. Like, it's not that I'm being analytical and trying to look for trouble. That when you're walking by people and the eye contact, the body language, and what they see on TV and what everything is going on, this is strictly founded because even if nobody knew about really what was going on, or at least half only what was going on with me, it doesn't change the fact that this is how I end up getting treated everywhere else I go. This guy in front of me is wearing a crucifix and an earring, and they'll just continue doing this repeatedly over and over. I cannot express enough that when you're comparing me to other people, I get trashed, period. I mean, it's so ridiculously crazy and stupid because they say that it's not, and it is. You know, to walk into a Mexican restaurant and have these Mexican people scold me like a piece of shit because I'm scolding another Mexican because what this piece of shit Mexican did. And I come from a family that was smuggling immigrants into the United States, which is like smuggling terrorists, really bad people, you know, in some cases. You know, it is so degrading because you can sense, like, I walk through the restaurant, the white guy throws a rag on the floor, you know, on the table, and like does anything disrespectful the way that I walk. I guarantee you Michael's not being treated like this, or even half of what is going on. My mother's going through a serious surgery right now in a couple of days from having her leg ran over from a forklift to almost having her leg amputated. And then they'll use this against me. I don't even feel connected to my mother the way that a son I feel should when your mother's going through a harsh surgery. My mother was crying, was on heavy narcotics. I saw the bolts in her legs and this whole thing. And someone, the white supremacists, who are the psychologists, are orchestrating and telling the people to walk by me and do this and do that. I'm walking by the stages where they're having concerts. You can see how they're eyeballing me out. Oh, we're giving it to Michael. Michael's a professional DJ. I'm not saying that he's not. And you can sense it, you know, that even when you see interracial couples, they're not in a circumstance of any kind that want to help me. They'll get interracial couples and they get transgenders and shit. 100% of the people nearly that they're sending is only transgenders, and I don't want them around me. I don't want them to be sending them toward me. And is all they're fucking doing. You know, it's extremely prejudiced. I mean, it's like very unwelcoming. I thought I'd make a videotape because I don't even feel connected to my mother. This is how Michael Classic Soul reinvented himself for a forgiveness story. And I don't even care to become a professional DJ. Like I said this so many other times. You know, I don't care, you know, my mother's defending a white woman that did this shit to me, Ginger. My mother's defending Patricia who raped me. My mother's defending Michael. She doesn't give a shit when I hear so much of the voices, the things that she's saying. Because all these people play a part of that. And I take an understanding to that. There have been so many times I walked into restaurants and treated like shit. Every restaurant I go to, they snatch the menu out of my hand or they begin to shuffle it away from me because of what the pig-infested transgender had done to me and supposedly infected with the HIV, but I'm not, at least that's what these people, doctors told me, I'm not HIV positive, but it's very frustrating because they send these people around me to listen to me when I make these videos, and then they'll set up recording devices. It's excruciating to deal with something like this. I don't like dealing with it. You know, when people try not to act racist, and that's exactly what they're doing just to throw some chump shit at me, I have to deal with the abuse, and they want to pretend that it isn't. It sucks being Mexican. It Sucks being Latin because this is how I get treated. The price tag that I paid and how I'm living on a day-to-day function is excruciating. And they beat I mean, I had this Mexican fucking piece of shit, Native American Indian, sitting next to my bed, fucking zapping the shit out of me every time he fucking starts moving shit out of, the Tupperware and moving shit. And he's toying with it because he knows that I can't do anything about it because someone else has the device and is turning it on and is zapping the shit out of me. It's excruciating because I got to deal with this shit. And they say that race isn't a factor. It's 100% a factor. 7 years homeless, the endless stories of people coming toward me, spitting at me, throwing trash at me, living underneath the bridge. They bring these white women that are unavailable to me. They're not available. I am not only being scolded by these people, but I'm not allowed to be around them in any conversation so that Dream Home Makeovers can give this surprise or go to rehab and do all this other shit. I mean, it's white supremacy to the fullest. I mean, these are not available people in my life, especially if they're not telling me I'm HIV positive. And it's like to tickle me mentally. I see a girl just right now walked out of an SUV with really short shorts and real thick legs and a big ass, right? Beautiful girl. It's not available to me. I'm being zapped and I'm being scolded by all these people as enemies. Money stolen. Every transgender that comes in a proximity and knows where I am follows me and stalks me. This is all they fucking do. All fucking day because they put Ken Cooper and the Cooper family on TV. My mother is defending Ginger. Doesn't give a shit about the harmful. I haven't even made a video about how my mother feels when bad things happen to me. There's always been something that I've never been able to really point out when it comes to my mother enjoying suffering and pain, inflictions, things that have happened to me. There's something that she enjoys about that, but she's not someone that would go crazy or cry that I got raped by a transgender or that Ginger used me. She's not. And the fact is, it bothers me. I love my mother, but I don't feel like she's not really connected. She's focused on Michael, she's focused on Ginger, and she's focusing on making other people content and happy by sacrificing me and hurting me because the psychologists tell her to, and she enjoys it. It's something that works in their favor. She enjoys it. It's like 7 years. I mean, it's homeless. They don't allow me to go to school for shit. I could have been going to school for something. They don't let me. All they do is they come around and talk about I have a small dick and horrible degrading shit in front of everybody. Using devices that shrivel me and shit. Downsizing me. Making me walk in certain directions and wind blowing, and it's all over television. This is all they fucking do. They just sit around and do this shit. Dessert or anything? Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get a dessert. And this is all they do. All these beautiful girls, and I'm not allowed. I mean, I'm so fucked up mentally that they shoot me with these electronic devices that I'm so fucked up at the shelter, and this piece of larded fat piece of shit is coming around me, zapping the shit out of me, and I mean, putting, focus on protecting Miguel. My mother's going through a surgery right now, and here in a couple of days, and this is for him. This is for the guy that's playing Michael Rossiter over at the homeless shelter. All these beautiful girls, and it's just like Barack, the president is ordering this You know, this white supremacy. Oh, if you end up in prison and jail, I don't get. We'll zap him, make him shit himself, all kinds of shit. Every time I have a conversation with a white blonde person, a white individual, all white individual, it's like it's just like white supremacy. You can see it's different from whenever I was younger, when like there was always a situation that people like once you had white friends, you're accepted more. But when they didn't know I had white friends, I was treated Mexican, Latin. I was treated less, with more disrespect.